What up? What up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm in here. I'll give y'all a couple seconds to get in here. Cause I'm feeling like tonight we ain't gonna we ain't gonna be in here too terribly long. But the time with which we're going to be in here shall reek of some intensity to be certain. Um, Deep dive into some comics. Very deep dive, very insightful dive, very enjoyable dives. All. Hey, how come my other light ain't on? Uh, that's my handsome side. uh, what's up? What's up, y'all? Hello and welcome. Come on in. Water's fine. Ain't nobody leaving a ring in the tub. Promise. I got variants this time around, man. Got variants. Uh, I'm talking to the people listening, whoever asking. Um, I'm getting myself situated here because I want to be comfortable. Uh, Quick preview. Tomorrow's 2026. Tomorrow's 2026. Hi, Grand Madam. How are you? I think that you will enjoy tonight's live because we're gonna learn some things about some people. I'm gonna be hard on the edutainment tip tonight, and you, I guarantee at least one person is gonna buy two of these books. Whether they do it digital, whether you go to the LCS, I guarantee you, because two of these books, it's like this. I was like, I didn't know it was all like that. Trust me. And out of these three books, yeah, three. And I got a TPB. I want a SHARE. Um, Tis the season to be cheesy. And trust me, nothing more cheesy than this bitch right here. It's Batman and Captain America by John Byrne. But it's Batman and Captain America in 1941. Anyway, that's just the icing on the cake. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're gonna be doing tonight. Tonight we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be, you know what? I got prompts. I ain't gotta do this shit. Tonight we're gonna be talking about Batman Beyond and Static #2. Static is, oh, here they go. They started the fireworks. All right. Static is an adult. Okay, just so y'all know, if y'all didn't see the review that I did on Batman Beyond the Static #1, real quick, Static is an adult with a wife and kid, and his kid has inherited his powers, and his powers have been amped to like greater than Black Lightning degree. Yeah, he's coming like that. Um, the surprise contender of the month, at least for me. Oh, what up, Kamo? Yo, President of the Black Panther fan group. Salute, Mr. President. Um, y'all, y'all need to peep this. For the simple fact that this shit wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. And I'll let you know why. You know, is it Aquaman's abilities? Is it nth metal? Shh, And don't spoil it for yourself by Googling the outcome or chat GPT in the outcome. Just wait till I get it to you. I promise. I promise you're gonna be like, ay, 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 ay. It doesn't get one the way you think it gets one. The way. I mean, I'm saying we pretty much know if we read comic books. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much know. And it's not no writer bias. It's whatever writer did what they did previously gave. You know what? Just wait. I promise I will get to it. And then the main event of the evening, Absolute Wonder Woman number 15 featuring Absolute Batman, and the shit is absolutely all that. These two have a lot in common. They are very much they are as much alike as they are different, and it's the differences that make them great. You know, they're not knocking each other, but it's like you the shit because of what you do, just like I'm the shit because of what I do. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of bond on a certain level. You know what I mean? But and then I'll break down the deets of the plot and who did what and why they was doing it for sure. But back to this joint right here. Grand Madam say Static looked like a cross between T'Challa and Black Lightning. I like that. I like that you spelled lightning. I like that. I might go do that on purpose a couple times when I put lightning in. I might put lightning. It rolls off the tongue so fluidly. Anyway, last time we left you in issue number, I like that variant cover, by the way. That Batman Beyond, it looks like it's a blend of the Flashpoint Batman and Batman Beyond. You see it? You see it? Tell me when you see it. Yeah. So it's a good book. This is a good book. And I tell you why. If you read Batman Beyond and Static #1, you know Static and Batman Beyond are in the Justice League now. That Justice League from the Batman Beyond episode, if you ever saw that Batman Beyond episode, you know, you got the same Superman, you got a different Green Lantern, and then you got Hawkman. It was a different Hawkman, but I don't get too far off in that. It's that Justice League. And Static pulled off a stunt where they were fighting an alien invasion. First of all, Static's powers done evolved to the level where he can be in space without any aid. Don't ask me how, but he can do that now. And he reached out with his powers and found all the power coming from each ship in this fleet and snatched the power from out of all of them at the same time. Static is not no punk in this Elseworld story. But I was talking to Joseph Illidge on X the other day, and he said it may not be an Elseworld story. And so, you know, I don't chime in a whole lot on X. But I was like, yo, Joe, what you talking about, homie? You know what I'm saying? Because he on the inside. We on the outside. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm talking to the inside, well, why don't the inside go ahead and drop some jewels? And I'm like, Joe, you know, hit a brother up. What's Elseworlds or not? You know? But he kind of gave, he's an artist. He deflected. So I expected, I would have been more shocked if I got an answer, but I expected the deflection and, the misdirection. And it's cool. It's cool. I got you. You still my boy. You know what I'm saying? But, apparently we might want to bring some of this stuff mainstream is what he might be saying. I'ma stir my mug. Okay, back to the story though. The Q Juice reserves was blown up by the Jokers. That's what it was. It was Q Juice. All right, pop quiz. What's Q Juice? Come on now. Who's all my people that used to read Milestone Comics? Where are all them Milestone comic reading cats at? What's Q Juice? All right. Q Juice is the stuff that gave the people of Dakota the powers that they had. That's what made them into bang babies. It's okay. Anyway, it's all love. Anyway, this young man that had been hanging out with Terry McGinnis and Max, his name is Melvin Kim. If that ain't the most black and Korean sounding name I ever heard, and he does just happen to be black and Korean. So he got exposed to the Q Juice and he has some sort of power. And this is the tricky part. I can't quite discern what it is, the nature of his powers are, but they manifest themselves in sort of kind of a red energy lightning kind of form. So as you see his hand there, and then he's got this whole little moment where he kind of like spazzes out because he's locked out and he wants to get into the house. And so is it like so he's got some sort of power, and we all know from the Milestone world, if you get a power from Q Juice, you either can control it or you can't. And Melvin is having a time trying to control these energy powers that he's getting. Meanwhile, Terry and Max is at what is it called? Hamilton Hill High. That's where they go to school. Hamilton Hill High. That's alliteration. Y'all know I like alliteration. Anyway, and Max starts getting into an argument because they talking about Q Juice and it's kind of a moral thing. You know how it is. Oh, some people get exposed to Q Juice and they become freaks. But some people get exposed to Q Juice and they become heroes. So what you trying to say? So little do they know, they boy Melvin is that their freak. So, here is a moment. Guess who's the mayor of Dakota? Take a guess. Guess who's the mayor of Dakota in this Elseworld story? I dare you. Just take a wild guess. Just take a wild, crazy guess. Who do you think? Out of all the people in Dakota, and you know there's a lot of them because they had a whole universe. Who you think is the mayor in this possible future? I have a few minutes. It help me stretch things out. Go ahead, take your time. I'm gonna sip my tea. A surprisingly tasty blend of ginger, fennel, and peppermint. Sprinkle a little honey in. Good. Nothing goes down great with a comic book review in a self-stirring mug like this blend I randomly and spontaneously came up with. Back to the action. Grand Madam said Luke Cage. Good guess. Wrong universe. Kamoyo said Wise Son. Wow. That is an interesting guess. But no, that isn't it. This just made my heart leap. You are looking at a picture of Mayor Raquel Irvin. Yes, Rocket grows up and becomes the mayor of Dakota. I'm so proud of her. I'm so very proud of her. That is cool stuff. That's legacy. That's legacy. They moving on, but she's still rocking and around. But she the mayor. Hey, you could be a mayor and a superhero at the same time. Luke Cage, Marvel Comics. Take that man out of limbo. Take him out of limbo cinematically. Why y'all fucking with Luke Cage? Why you put Luke Cage in the back trying to make him a cameo character? He came out in 1972 during the black exploitation era. So why don't you turkeys get off his back and show him some respect? I'm sorry, I had a moment. Anyways, Terry and Static Terry and Virgil are conversing via computer screens, and he's kind of getting a dressing down from Static because Static kind of like got in his shit because, hey, if it wasn't for you effing around with them jokers around the Q-Juice plant, we wouldn't have got all this drama now. You know what I'm saying? So Static's got different like Justice League members out looking for old boy, and boils down to a mysterious guy in a cloak. Again, we get a guy looking mysterious in a cloak. It's Melvin Kim. I'll just cut through the mystery for you. It's Melvin Kim. Oh, yo, Ronnie J, what's up? You coming right in the middle of the Batman Beyond and Static part of the deep dive. But he pulls up in Dakota. Now, there's a character who goes by the name of Beacon. Legacy. Guess who Beacon is? Guess who Beacon's mama is? Legacy. We're continuing on. You get to see these people's kids in the future. And I hope to goodness that my man Joseph Ill is correct and this ain't an Elseworld story. So then we got more adventures that we can have of Beacon. But anyway, Beacon is getting his ass handed to him by Melvin Kim, lashing out with these powers randomly. But guess who pulls up to handle the situation? Yes, I'm gonna put a shot to your system. And he brought Richie with him. Remember Richie from the Static Show? Remember what Richie used to wear when he would go outside kicking with Static? Well, it's the future, and Richie grown up, and he's smarter now. This what Richie rocking. Richie shit look tight, don't it? I want an action figure. I want an action figure. Richie shit is sick looking, man. That's a cold outfit right there. That's a cold outfit right there. Thank you, Nicholas Draper Ivy. That's sick. That is sick. Okay. Richie got the rollout. He still got the thing on his back and he popping shit off. You know what I mean? And Melvin Kim done learn how to control his powers. Oh my goodness. He stopped Richie's blast in midair. You know what I'm saying? Like Darth Vader or Kylo Ren, some shit like that. Just stop the blast in midair. Stop the shit in the air. Just stopped it. So I'm beginning to think it might have lightning-based manifestation, but it's not necessarily a lightning-based power. It doesn't look like it is. Gear. That's Richie's superhero name. Gear. They think he's telekinetic. Okay. But Static is trying his best to not fight with young Melvin Kim. He's trying to get him to power down on his own, you know, even though he's powered up. Like, if you want the funk, I'll bring the funk to you, but I'd rather not do that. Why don't you just chill out? We can work this out. You know, and he's telling him, I know what you're going through right now. I know, trust me, I know. You know what I'm saying? But as always, Batman come in, Terry McGinnis Batman, throwing bombs and punching mugs, which caused him, because they already done spilt some kind of fluid on the ground, so he just sends an electrical charge through it and knocks Static out, busts Virgil in the mouth, and creates this explosion that is so massive it can be felt from Dakota to Metropolis. And it knocks out the power in all three of them cities. He appears to be a power siphon of some sort, because he's able to affect everybody, and everybody he can't affect with his power, he's just straight socking them. Okay, y'all got comments about Batman Beyond the Static. Is Beacon a Lightning family member? You mean like Black Lightning? No, Beacon is Beacon look it up for me. I thought it was Raquel's son. Was the, because he had the he had the belt that she used as Rocket. So I could be wrong, but you know, and I ain't scared to say when I'm wrong, because I'm wrong a lot. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, that is a dope suit. We are getting Static next year, Ronnie, but I don't know if they're gonna give us gear with that suit. I wish they would though. That John is sick. We say a Batman coming in hot for no reason. Nah, shocking. It's Terry though. You know what I'm saying? It's Terry, and he's still in high school. Terry, you know what I mean? What? Yeah, 100%. I would think. No brainer. Oh, I got the Batman suit, fool. You know who I get down. Gotham City. Anyway, I am being a bit demonstrative tonight. I don't know why. Maybe it's the cannabinoids. Anyways, y'all, this right here. Now, unless somebody got something else they wanted to add about Static. And well, I'll tell you what, I'll summarize it for y'all real quick. This is the variant cover. Okay. Variant cover. Too bad Juju ain't here. And that's the main cover. Some variants I'll snag. You know what I'm saying? Others is like, I can pass on that one. And then it all depends on what your LCS got available. Okay, if there was nothing else, I would like to move on. We're going to get some meat and potatoes out of this one here, y'all. All right. You say, yeah, Beacon, son of Rocket and Virgil's God. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. This right here, yo, when I say this one right here is the gem of the week, this is the gem of the week. Okay, if you've been keeping up, there is a company-wide event going on in DC right now called DCKO. Actually, a double entendre. DCKO stands for King Omega. And it also stands for knocking motherfuckers out too. But Darkseid has manifested his true self into our reality, which means he's omnipresent. And he's omnipresent firing his Omega effect. That's effing curtains. Okay. He's literally firing his Omega effect at the entire universe at the same time. Damn. But anyway, in order to overcome a King Omega, you must become a King Omega. And therefore, all the superhero, all the metas, it ain't even it's superheroes, super villains, everybody going at everybody's ass. So the tournament is a tournament, of course, and it's set up in a way by the World Forger, Booster Gold, and it's a couple other people that make up this time. Oh, Gorilla Grodd that make up the Time Collective, and they get, you know, the Titans and these beings. Okay, this is how I got to go down, so on and so forth. Y'all show up at the appointed time, appointed place. Everybody start kicking everybody ass. So this first round, it was just kill or be killed. It's 32 of y'all in here. When we get done, it need to be 16. So they went at it like that. That's the main book. In issue 2, the 16 that's left, they got to obtain an object of power, and they scattered all over the battlefield. Once you get an object of power, you go on to the next round. And in that next round, whatever object of power you got, you can use that in the next round. And there's some cool shit out there. It's like Green Lantern rings and the World of Gog and what's his name, sword that can cut through damn near anything, bruh. It's yeah. So in this opening round, well, round two, where you got cats going at each other, Hawkman and Aquaman. This, on the surface, pun intended, might look like a boring fight. But once Aquaman decide, I'm not bullshitting with you no more, let me tell you how it went down. They started fighting. I mean, it's a little bit of side story because the battle takes place in Aquaman's comic book, which I haven't collected an Aquaman comic book in decades. Great that is this one where he's Aquaman into the nth degree. Oh my goodness, another pun. Nth metal. Ha! It's got to drink more ginger. Anyways, the boring shit aside. Oh, cameo appearance by wait for it, the freaking Wonder Twins. What? It almost kind of made me want to go back and get Aquaman number 11 and go, how the hell did Zan and Jaina end up in whatever under sea city Aquaman is chilling in now? A lot of other people in here that I've never heard of before, but they're Atlantean and some of them aren't Atlantean. And from what I understand, Mira's dead. All right. Aquaman don't look like he's tripping too hard about it. But anyway, back to the action. Aquaman and Hawkman are fighting in the desert. Normally, that shit would be a L for sure eventually for Aquaman, right? Wrong. Aquaman has now come in contact with this extra dimensional source called the clear or the blue or the clear blue or some shit like that. And basically, he can control all water anywhere in the universe. At least that's my understanding. Because Carter got a little saucy flying around and hitting him with that mace and knocking him all over the place. That rhymed. Aquaman said, fuck all that. I'm going to make water sprout out of the desert. Out the desert, y'all. And Hawkman's dodging, thinking, oh, he's making water come up out the desert. All I got to do is stay up in the air and he can't get to me. You ready? You ready? Aquaman said, fuck that. I can fly too. He's flying with the water, y'all. A straight spout pushing him up into the air as high as he needs to go. He's flying with water, y'all. Literally. Somebody said, somewhere at DC, somebody said, y'all ain't never going to talk shit about Aquaman ever again. Fuck y'all. We making him OP. He ain't just the king of the seas. He's the king of moisture. It's a wrap. Who's beating that? Everybody need moisture, right? So we already flying with water. Aquaman said, you know what? Fuck pushing a whole spout of water. Take this tidal wave, bitch. In the desert, need I remind you? Aquaman started a freaking tidal wave in the desert. Desert. Arid. Dry. Whatever moisture is there is stored in something, somewhere, living or non-living. And he can make it come out. Pause. Bruh. Shit ain't looking good for Carter. It's not looking good for Carter at all, bruh. Carter's inside of that. It ain't looking. Hold on, here come. It ain't looking good at all for Carter's ass. Oh, hold up. What does she say? Like a video game. KO! And he just disappeared, faded away. Meanwhile, Darkseid done manifested himself, an aspect of himself in Booster Gold, and he's trying to get to this because remember, he done already wiped out every moment in existence but this one right here. So he's in the moment. If the composite Darkseid can make his contact with the infinite Darkseid, it's a wrap. So trying to keep him from getting there. Now, basically, it's inconsequential right now what's gonna happen, but Carter dead, y'all, but he on the plane of reincarnation. And the god Horus shows up to talk to him. And basically, he want to be champion of life, and Horus want to know, do you still believe in me? And Carter said, yeah, I still believe in you. So he's like, all right, you will rise and be my guardian. Like altered beast, rise from your grave. Y'all knew reincarnation was part of Hawkman's deal, right? And just like that, he's back. Hey, they see DC don't be playing, boy. I got the powers from hell. Now, I must say, it's pretty impressive that Hawkman knocked Arthur into orbit. Because when he reincarnated right at the moment where he died. That could be strategically advantageous or disadvantageous depending on who you was fighting. But it would be a terrible thing if he got killed by Doomsday and he keep popping back up right in front of Doomsday. And Doomsday just anyways. He like, oh, I got your ass now. Oh man, got him by the throat. Oh, I got your ass now. Now what you gonna do? And Arthur reminds Carter for the last time, because he tells him like 2-3 times during the battle, water is everywhere. You just gotta be able to find it, basically. Now, even up there in the upper atmosphere, still moisture. Then on top of that, he said, hey, doesn't your blood have moisture in it? He didn't. He didn't. Arthur didn't. Arthur didn't do that, did he? Arthur did not. Arthur, you ruthless bastard, you. You did not. He froze the blood in his body. And he fell out of the sky. And died twice. Hawkman got killed twice in the same comic. So Aquaman moving on to the next round, which clearly goes without saying. I got to kill your ass twice to move on in the tournament. Oh, because reincarnation is a power. You'll get one. But after I kill your ass again, it's a wrap. That's what happened with Hawkman. I like Hawkman as a character, because he got wings, and I like things with wings, and he was just outmatched completely. Totally. Utterly outmatched. Hilariously. You know what I'm saying? Where can you go where there ain't no water? And is he powerful enough to make the water go out in space? We gonna have to find out, because this new power Aquaman got is, it's not like DC heroes ain't overpowered already. You know what I'm saying? It's like one DC hero be enough to safeguard the whole city in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Coast City straight with Green Lantern. Metropolis, they ain't straight, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't got 9, 10, 50, 11 superheroes hopping around Metropolis. Well, it's some damn. But they ain't in mass like, say, like Manhattan in the 616. You ain't got trillion, and it ain't just superheroes. You got vampires running around, you got demons running around, you got gods running around. It's all kind of stuff in Manhattan. You know what I mean? So, but it's not like that in DC places. So the hero, Central City, Flash can cover a lot more than the city. But yeah, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Aquaman is the king of 70% of the earth, or rather what covers it. And he has control of 70% of what covers the earth. He is officially O to the mountain P. always got to do that with heroes, huh? What up, Mr. Ayadeli? Omega level wasn't enough. Damn, son. Anyway, that just kind of threw that out there. Sorry if it hurt some feelings. But on to the main event, y'all. On to the main event. Without bullshitting. This here is a very good book. And I am told the team up continues in Absolute Batman number 16. I'm going to be picking that up because I'm curious to see how Absolute Batman is going to deal with the situation he was dealing with earlier. And then we get ready to get an Absolute. Never mind. That would be telling. Not going to tell you, but there's something in Absolute Batman number 16. And I think I see what's happening when I'm looking at this. Here, I tell you what's going on, and then y'all can kind of surmise what you think is getting ready to happen in Absolute Batman. Okay. When this story opens up, Diana is continuing an adventure that she had left over from the previous encounter that she had last issue, and she ran into something where it bears the mark of Hecate, and that's if you could see on her shoulder there, little emblem that she wears on her shoulder, that's the mark of Hecate. Hecate is a Greek death goddess. She's a dark goddess. She doesn't sit up on the Parthenon with the 12. She's kind of, and then she's a trifold being. There are 3 aspects to her. So bear that in mind as this story rolls along. When the story starts up, we see the home of Veronica Cale. If you know, Veronica Cale is like, in this universe, and in some ways in the mainstream universe, Veronica Cale is like that indispensable foe that Wonder Woman comes up against. She's manipulating events that are going on, as she always is, of course, and those events take Diana to Gotham City. And Diana is aware that Gotham City has a defender. And she, being who she is, an ambassador, she don't want to be rude. So she digs into her bag of tricks. And now I'm not sure. Is this the first bat signal in the Absolute universe? Or have we already seen the bat signal in the Absolute universe? I'm not sure. I don't have every issue of Absolute Batman. I'm working on it. But y'all let me know in the comments if this is the case. And Batman is down in Gotham, stomping the shit out of some criminals. Yeah, Batman stuff, and the criminals see the thing in the sky and freak out and run. So that's what kind of led me to believe, oh, ain't nobody never seen a bat signal before. So is Wonder Woman responsible for the first bat signal? A conundrum within a conundrum. They meet up, and it's not quite like what you think a meeting between Wonder Woman and Batman in this universe would be. Wonder Woman ain't one of them people that want drama or funk unless funk is absolutely necessary. Now, Batman was trying to like be on the low and, you know, kind of do what Batman does. And he hanging upside down looking like a bat too. So it's kind of actually look kind of cool. That Batman right there, hanging off of there, you know, just chilling like a bat. And the dialogue is what got me. She just comes up on him, you know, kind of just flies up to him, and she's like, I heard you were quiet, but they may need to invent a new word for what you are. It's especially impressive considering your size. And Batman thinks, friendly. And he asks her, this bat symbol is made of magic? And she said, yeah. I didn't want to traipse around your city uninvited, but you are hard to find. This seemed the best way. She said, I'm Diana. He said, Batman, define magic. Check out Diana's definition of magic. Advanced chemistry with unconventional intentions and unusual resources. Come on, Diana. All Batman could say to that was, And she comes right back at him. You hurl yourself from these skyscrapers with no fear, but you cannot fly. How did you learn to do that? What did Batman say? Necessity. She said, good answer. So, for the most part, they kind of bond, and you know, she said, I've heard about you, and I saw you on the news. I seen you dealing with that big giant thing and stuff. So they just kind of go back and forth and kind of talk about, oh, I've heard your exploits and you've heard mine, and he's like, you stepping out into the light, you letting people see you. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, what's wrong with that? And he's like, you need to step back into the shadows. And she's like, nah, I can't be in the shadows like that no more. And I can't bring my mission to people out of the darkness. You know what I'm saying? So they having that conversation, okay, to be in the shadows or not be in the shadows. That's the motherfucking question. But they agree to disagree. And she gives him a charm that has the mark of Hecate on it, and it tells him it's its own twist on the Hecate. If you touch this with your bare skin and demand an audience with Diana of the Wild Isle, if I am on this plane of existence, I will come to your aid. And Batman's like, seriously? That's all Batman said. Was serious. See, he ain't used to that. Now, and here go the thing here. When they standing next to each other, she ain't towering over him and he ain't towering over her. So I'm guessing that Diana and Bruce are, in this universe anyway, right around the same height, which looks to be a good 6'3", 6'4" at least. And Batman looked bigger than that. So might be like 6'8", 6'9", some shit like that. So Wonder Woman ain't she, when they say Amazon, they mean Amazon. But they go to these places in Gotham where these rituals of Hecate have been performed. But Diana notices, oh, it's kind of bogus because they aren't following the rules of 3. Whenever they put, you know, the little candles down to burn, it's got to be candle in sets of 3 per. It's some complicated heck shit. But bottom line, Diana, from her experience with Cersei, who was her, adopted mother and worshipped Hecate, I know when it's some real Hecate stuff and when it's some fake Hecate stuff. And this is some fake Hecate stuff, but they took the organs. What they taking the organs for? What do they need the organs for? And it all starts to become apparent after a while that someone is making a golem, a homunculus. For those of you who are not familiar, you basically bringing the essence of life into what is effectively inanimate. Hence, you got golems that walk around and guard things, do little rudimentary duties. You got homunculi who are like kind of like messengers or spies, stuff like that because they're smaller. But anyway, that was your mythology moment. See, there you go. Told you, edutainment explains it. Now, eventually, they run into the people who are making the golem. Now, Batman don't know no better. Look, Kamoyo. Batman leaping before he looks again. Twice in 2 different comics. So, yeah. It's some serious stuff going on there. But they find the golem, but the people that are making it, they don't move because there's pentacles and hexes and things out on the floor, and it's all put together to lure Wonder Woman in there. And it ends up, because it's a blood kind of a thing, it dissolved her one arm. So she's only got one arm at this point. She can always make another one with magic. Wonder Woman ain't tripping. But she's got one arm right now. But one arm is more than enough. You knew it was going to happen. She's been taken over. And Batman's like, Diana can't hear me. Diana, don't do this. Diana grabs him by the back of his neck and flies him up into the air and tosses him. Diana getting ready to hurt Bruce. and Bruce is pulling out all his tricks. See what I'm saying? He throwing down gas pellets and all kind of stuff. But he went on ahead and hit her with the axe. Got her in the leg too. But he's still getting smacked around. And she's still hurting him. And that's when he finally figured out, damn, maybe I better use that charm she gave me. And of course, I demanded an audience with Diana of the Wild Isle just before she was about to put an axe in my head. And she like, woo, thank goodness I didn't have to kill your ass. Okay. The building explodes. They get out in time. Now the question is, who or what was that golem for? Me? I personally believe that it is going to be a vessel for the Joker. That's just what my comic book senses tell me. You know what I mean? That's just kind of the energy that the situation is giving off. But they do in fact team up again in Absolute Batman number 16, and I would be curious to see if it's a continuation of this adventure or an entirely separate adventure altogether. They strangely seem to complement one another because they ain't got no beef with one another's methods. There. I can respect the fact that you wear a fucking axe on your chest, and I can respect the fact that you can pull a big ass one out of a bag. So, so I guess in a way it all kind of evens out, if that makes sense. But Absolute Wonder Woman number 15, Aquaman number 12, and Batman Beyond and Static number 2 are all available, or should be available, at your local LCS. You should check it out. Go pick at least one or all of them up because they were all good reads for me. I enjoyed them all. They entertained on different levels. You know what I mean? And it was almost kind of like reading different books. You know, this one is a mystery. This one is action. You know what I mean? This is an action adventure. This one's kind of sci-fi. You know, so I got a variety. Loving what I'm reading what I'm loving. Also, bonus, Batman and Captain America, DPB. Actually, it's a graphic novel because this is an original story by John Byrne. January 1945. Did Captain America? Oh, never mind. It's an Elseworlds tale. Never mind. That's Gotham City of 1945. And basically, Batman and Robin end up on the tail of the Joker. They don't catch him. He gets away. Captain America is fighting with Sergeant Rock and Easy Company during World War II. And Cap is handling his business in a major way. Then him and Bucky get on a plane. And Captain America gets saved from falling out of a plane by the Batman. In the Bat plane. He's almost kind of Adam Westy. And this is, you can tell by the tempo, this is one of those lighthearted, fun stories. We're not really serious. I'm going to give you a pop in the head, a punch here and there, and I'll let you go with a warning. At least that's how he did it back in 1945. You know, I just beat you up. Ain't no reason for me to kill you. Bruce Wayne and Steve Rogers don't recognize each other, and they fight in civilian clothes. Well, Cap's got on military clothes, but you know. Until they both realize who each other are from fighting one another. Oh, dude, you're Batman. Oh, dude, you're Captain America. Hey, how's it going, buddy? But anyway, the Joker ends up teaming up with the Red Skull inadvertently, to the point where he's like, all right, long story short, I might be a well here, let me find the line. Long story short, here's what the Joker does. I gotta find a line. Basically, the Joker throws out remarks, because they were supposed to be allies, but the Joker's like, I'm gonna smash the mechanism that lowers the bomb from dropping. And he's like, you fool, you can't thwart me now. He's like, anytime an American can't thwart a Nazi rat will be the day your pal Hitler wins Miss Congeniality. He said, you are nothing more than a criminal clown, Joker. While I was trained by the Fuhrer himself to be Germany's greatest warrior. And the Joker says, yeah, well, I always buy American myself. Now give up, Skull, and maybe I'll let Batman put you in a nice cozy cell for the rest of the war. And they both end up falling out of the plane with matter of fact, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention they were fighting inside of Enola Gay. And the bomb that fell, yeah, that bomb. But anyways, it's corny. It's corny, but the thing about it, that book was meant to be corny. You know what I'm saying? Is those 1945 sensibilities, that kind of thought process. That's what you was getting out of that book. There, it's a cool read. It's it's John Byrne. So how bad can John Byrne be? He hit for a whole decade. You know what I'm saying, on a couple different books. So I go with Byrne. It's a good read, always a good read. But this was a deep dive. Tell me in the comments which deep dive that you enjoyed, about which comic. Aquaman, where Aquaman and Hawkman square off, Absolute Wonder Woman 15, or did you enjoy Batman Beyond and Static #2 more? Drop it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feeling about these books, because I had to do a review. I deep dived on them. I didn't even do a review. And now you got the whole scoop. I just couldn't wait. Sorry. But I can. If y'all want a review, y'all want to give me I probably should do a review. Let the world know how dope these books are. Ooh, oh shit. What you say back? Needs to be a cartoon with an R rating. Yeah. A Golem is some dangerous magic. I tries not to fool around with magic. Yeah, jumping in, kicking in the head, and asking questions later is definitely the Batman code, sir. Say Bats and Donna, then Milestone. Okay. Grand Madam says she like Hawkman and Aquaman. Bruh, That was a flex. I mean, Aquaman got out there and just acted a cold fool. He is dry. I might do like a little short video on that, man, and just be like, yo, pick this shit up. Aquaman is acting a whole entire fool. I gathered what you meant. Eventually, it kind of dawned on me. But yeah, man. Overall, man, that y'all should pick them up, though. You should pick them up. That Hawkman and that Aquaman and Hawkman is a pretty good read. I'm kind of curious about what's going on with the side characters, but it's cool because you ain't really even got to know about what's going on in the Aquaman comic to enjoy that fight, because you know it's about what's going on in the bigger continuity of things with the DCKO event. I won't be picking up every side fight, but there's a few of them there. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a matter of fact, it's in the back of this book. Let's take a look. See. Ronnie say we need a Black Panther and Batman team up book series. That would be cool. That would be real cool. And I'm gonna be there for it. Other fights include Superman and Captain Atom, Guy Gardner and Jay Garrick Flash, Lex Luthor and Etrigan, Wonder Woman and Lobo, Swamp Thing and Cyborg. The Joker and Red Hood. Zatanna and Harley Quinn. How's that? I guess she gonna chop her in the throat so she can start speaking. Cause that's the only way she winning. I don't see how, but everybody likes Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn gets a big fat ass raspberry. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. That's what I said. I know Red Hood gonna be trying to tear his damn head off his body. But I know in issue number 2, when I read issue number 2, that's when they were going for items of power. And the Joker got the Atom size changing belt. And first he turned into a giant and was stomping everybody. Then he turned into, like really microscopic and small and jumped inside a big Barda's brain. Man, Joker ain't playing out here. Still, don't forget he the Joker because he the Joker. I know you the Red Hood and all that, but he was jokering way before you was Red Hood. And so watch yourself. Just when you think you got him is when he gets you. Am I lying? Joker's wily like that and resilient because he got that crazy strength. Ooh, y'all, this tea making me relax. So, what do you say? We doing a minute and 15. Y'all good? I'm good. Tune in tomorrow in 2026. Tune in tomorrow when it'll be 2026. And I am going to do a countdown. I would do it tonight, but I need to prepare. I'm gonna do a countdown of my top 5 Marvel Legends of 2025. My top 5 McFarlane DC Multiverse action figures for 2025. My top 5 Black Panther videos, and my top 5 movie reviews of 2025. It's gonna be a spectacular countdown show, and I know y'all gonna be here for it. We're gonna ring in the new year by remembering the old one. And ain't that what that Auld Lang Syne song is about anyway? So As I part, let me say to y'all, I enjoy spending 2025 with you, and I am looking forward to spending 2026 with y'all. Thank you, Rock With Me Nation, for pulling up and rocking with a brother. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Ronnie J, Kamoyo King, Grand Madam. And all the rest of y'all that was lurking. Thank y'all for coming out and hanging out with a brother, directly or indirectly. I enjoy everybody's company. Even if it's for a good purpose, even if it's for a bad purpose, we can come together and have a mutual understanding in the world of comicdom. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. Happy New Year. Happy 2026 to each and every one of y'all. I'm sideways.